Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you 3 easy DIY Mother's Day gift. So if you want to know how I did these, go ahead and keep watching. So this gift right here is from last year, and all I did was buy a frame that had a blank sheet where you can write something and then use a photo of them. And I got this quote from this book because we got this book whenever we took parenting classes, and we really liked it because it's about this mom who raises her son, and every night she rocks him to bed or takes him to his room, and she says every night, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And as the son gets older, he has his own son, and he realizes, how his mother felt, that affection. So the mother gets older as well, and one night he carries her to her bedroom and he tells her, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." Now that was a perfect quote. It came out really nice, and this is real simple to make. For this DIY, all you're going to need is a plant bucket, styrofoam in this shape, paint, cardboard, scissors, tape, and these type of sticks that puncture into the styrofoam, and paintbrush. So we're going to be doing 4 different colors with Ivy since we only have one child. If you have multiple children, you can do different colors for each child and write their names on the flowers, so it does give them a more of a personal effect. And we're going to paint the feet green to make them look like the stems in the end. You'll see how it looks, and once it is done, this will be the outcome. It's going to look kind of messy, but that's okay. It's never going to be perfect. As long as you get a good idea of the handprint and the footprint, that's all that matters. Next, we're going to move on to the sticks, and we're going to paint them green so they look like stems, and we're going to tape the handprints on top so it looks like a flower. Once they are all dry, we're going to cut it out, and then we're going to cut out the shape and give that more of a flower effect. And we're going to get the tape. We're going to go ahead and tape the handprints onto the sticks. We're going to tape the back so it doesn't look like it's all messy on the front. It looks more clean when you do the tape on the back. Once they're all done, we're going to go ahead and get started on the leaves. So we're going to paint an area green, so then later on we can go back and cut out some flower leaves, and we're also going to use it for the flower pot as well. Now we're going to work on the footprints, and on this area we're going to write a quote. So I picked this quote that says, "My love for you grows every day." I thought it went well with the whole plant scenario, and it looked really good on the pot. So we're going to go ahead and tape it down and look like this. Once the paint has dried from the green, we're going to cut out the flower leaves. Then we're going to get started on the flower pot circle. We'll go ahead and trace it, then cut it out and paste it on top as well. Now we're going to get started on taping down the leaves. This one was kind of tricky, but I learned to just put the leaves behind there, put the tape on top of the stem, then cut out the edges of whatever was excess on there. And there you see Ivy running the room in the background. But so I just continued with doing that, putting the tape on top and cutting out the edges so it looks more like a flower, just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and puncture in the flowers into the styrofoam pot, and that's it. For this DIY, you're going to need 3 photos, paint, cardboard, tape, scissors, paintbrush, and a frame. I got this frame from Dollar Tree, so don't go out and buy an expensive one because this is real easy to make with and simple to use. So we're going to go ahead and take it apart and use the brown area to trace out on the white area and cut it out. And we're going to use that white cardboard to paint. I wanted to give it more color, so I used blue, yellow, and orange, and I did this kind of effect, kind of like where they're transitioning to each other. I didn't want it to be boring or anything. I wanted to make it pop for Mother's Day, be colorful. And I got this idea off of Pinterest. I kind of saw an idea of how to do it. Originally you're supposed to take pictures of the child pointing to their eye saying "I," and then like pointing to their heart saying "love," and pointing out "you." But it was real hard to do it with Ivy. He can't really do these kind of things, so I just got these pictures off of Instagram. I think that look best, and we're gonna go ahead and cut them out and trim them. I'm kind of going for kind of like that what is it called, that thing Sorry, my mind went blank right now. From the pictures that come out of the camera, and it gives you that little bar at the bottom where you can type in or write it in, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that by cutting the images out and trimming them. And once I found the right size I want to use, I'm gonna go ahead and put them over each photo and just trim it down to that one. So I'm gonna show you how I did it. So I got that big photo, little one on top, then I'm gonna cut around it and just make it easier so they're all the same size. They're not all gonna come out straight or anything, but that's okay. So with the same paper from the frame at the beginning, I'm going to put the pictures on top, and I'm gonna cut them out like this. And what I was talking about was from the Polaroid cameras, how they print out like that, and how they give you that area at the bottom to write it in with a marker or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim down the areas and make them all even, because they did come out kind of funky, and I want it to look real cool and really look like from the Polaroid camera. Next, I'm going to arrange them on top of the backdrop, and I'm gonna make sure they're in place by taping them down on the back. And I want them to stay in place because sometimes if you put it in the frame, they'll move on its own and it looks kind of weird. So we're gonna go ahead and do that by taping it down. Then once they're all taped down, we're gonna go ahead and write down the message. And on the first image, I'm going to write I, and on the second one, I'm gonna write love, and then on the third one, you. At the bottom of the yellow area, I'm going to write Mother's Day 2017. So whenever she wants to look back at this, she can remember that it was made on Mother's Day 2017. And once it's all done, we're gonna put the frame back together, and that's gonna be it. That was real simple. Anybody can make this, so don't be afraid to try it out. So those are going to be the 3 easy Mother's Day DIY gifts. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, comment below, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.